614 WFIE. This is Midday with Mike.
Well, starting tonight and running through Saturday, Owensboro's Yellow Creek Park will be alive with a great music and artists. At the International Bluegrass Music Museum hosts the 14th annual Romp Festival. Good morning and thanks for joining us on this special edition of Midday. This is the first day of summer. It's Wednesday, June 21st. I'm Krista McEnany in for Mike Blake from our Western Kentucky studio in Owensboro. And we're joined by Chris Love here, and so much to show you, so many outstanding people for you to meet. And we're going to begin with Chris Love, the chair of the Romp Festival. Now, Chris, Romp is in its 14th year. This morning we saw that RVs were lined up around the block just to get in. Kicking this off, why is it something that's just so exciting for people to attend?
Well, I think for a lot of reasons. It's really grown since 2011, and we've got a tremendous amount of community spirit and involvement with the festival. It's grown a lot over the years, and I think it has a lot to do with the vibe and the atmosphere that we create and the beautiful park that we have. The county really comes through and getting that park ready and beautiful for us, and just a lot of great things that go on out there at that park over the next 3 or 4 days, and we're real proud of it. But first and foremost, we're really proud of the music.
And yes, the music. So
yeah.
We've had a lot of changes over the year. What are some of the exciting things that we're looking for as far as the lineup? I know a lot of people are wanting to know that.
Yeah, so we kick off tonight. It's kind of a smaller lineup tonight, Wednesday, back at Pioneer Village. So this happens on a porch of a Pioneer cabin. It's a beautiful setting. And we have 2 artists tonight, Kelsey Walden, who's an up-and-coming country artist from Nashville. And then we have a bluegrass band, a very progressive bluegrass band that hails from upstate New York, of all places. They're called Driftwood, and we're real excited to have them again. They've played here in Owensboro before, but we're glad to have them back at Romp.
Okay, and is there a specific night that we think this week might be like the busiest night that we're expecting?
Yeah, well, certainly Friday and Saturday are both big nights for us, but Thursday too. Thursday kicks off the main stage at Romp. And so we've got Peter Rowan, who's a bluegrass legend, just a legend in the genre. His first time playing at Romp. We're real excited to have him. We have Rhiannon Giddens, who is one of the founders of the Carolina Chocolate Drops, which became a very popular Romp band for several years. And then we finish off the main stage with non-bluegrass, but a lot of diversity in our lineup. But we finish off the main stage Thursday night with Los Lobos, and we're real excited to have them. Friday night, we have Jerry Douglas Band. Jerry Douglas is probably the greatest dobro player in bluegrass history, has won the award more times than I can count, and a linchpin at Allison Krause's band, Union Station. So he brings great musicians with him. This is his solo band. And after Jerry Douglas Band, we have the Punch Brothers. Real excited to have them back. This is probably their 4th time playing Romp. They're in hot demand, and now that Chris Thiele has taken over Prairie Home Companion from Garrison Keillor, they're even harder to get, but we're really glad to have them. And then we finish off the night with Yonder Mountain String Band.
All right, and we have just a little time left. I know that we've had a lot of changes since 2011. Can you tell me about some of the growth we've had?
Yeah, 2011 we changed from more of a traditional hardcore bluegrass festival into what we call the Roots and Branches. So we started diversifying the lineup more, and that's evident this year. We have Nitty Gritty Dirt Band playing Saturday night, so that's just kind of an example of where we've gotten to, and we're real proud of it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to Board Chair Chris Love, and thanks for stopping by. We have information on how you can get your tickets posted online and exactly where you can get them. And when we come back, we'll be speaking with Todd Palmer and Dr. Laura Gibson from Brescia University about the school's social work program. Welcome back from the Marilyn Younger Conley School of Social Work. I'm joined by Todd Palmer, the director of the bachelor's program, and by Dr. Laura Gibson, who oversees the master program. And thanks for joining us. Now, I know the two of you here are seeing that there is a need for more social workers. So what are some of the things that social workers do and the kind of experience your faculty needs?
Well, a lot of people think that social workers just work in social welfare and with child protection, and that's really not true. Social workers can do a lot of different things. Our faculty has like a combined experience of 294 years.
Wow.
And we have had people work in lots of different areas. So everything from child protection, veterans services, drug and alcohol treatment, mental health, that sort of thing.
All right, and so what are some of the things you do to prepare your students going through this program? Field that one to you.
What we do in our program is we have a generalist and an advanced generalist practice approach. And so what that really means is that students get a well-rounded chance to have experience in a lot of different areas. That means that they can choose where they want to practice and how they want to practice. They can do child protective services, they can do mental health treatment, substance abuse, things of that nature. It gives them the ability to do whatever interests them and take that to the degree that they want to go to.
Okay, and this MSW program is in particular new, so what makes this program different from others?
Okay, so I should probably add that in the bachelor program, we take students in the online program and on campus, so we serve both. In the master's program, it's just online program. Now, there's lots of different online programs. So one of the biggest differences is that our program has what's called a synchronous component. So not only do students do work on their own outside of class, but they also are in class using webcams and microphones, and they actually meet in the evening so everyone can see everyone else and they can see their instructor and they all interact in real time.
Okay, and so I know we have a few openings coming up, so if one was wanting to apply, how do they go about doing that?
I'll let her field that.
All right, we'll go over here.
So for either program, people can apply online, and the address is online.brescia.edu.
Okay, and about how many openings are we looking to see?
Right now, we're filling up pretty fast, but we have about 4 openings left in the master's program to start this fall.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you both for joining us. Next, we'll meet Mark Calitri, the new president of the Owensboro Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome back. I'm Krista McEnany in for Mike Blake today. And for an update on things tourism related in Owensboro, I'm joined this morning by Mark Calitri, and the new president and CEO of the Owensboro Convention and Visitors Bureau. Now, Mark, you're new to this position and to Owensboro. Can I ask you, what drew you to the city?
Well, coming from a bigger market in Cincinnati, I was really interested to see what Owensboro had to offer, and then just one drive downtown spoke a lot. With the new convention center, the river park, the riverfront development, it really spoke volumes.
And it's just amazing how much we have going on here. You know, I also know that the Convention and Visitors Bureau is also known as Visit Owensboro. So we have plenty of things that people would want to visit for coming up. We've got Romp Fest that we just heard from. What are some of the other things that we can look forward to?
There are so many things. So if you just go to visitowensboro.com, lots of things for the residents, visiting people coming from all over the state. So it's a lot to do. Hard to nail down 1 or 2 things, but everything across the board will be coming up in the next few weeks and the rest of the summer.
Gotcha. So if there's one event, are you particularly excited about maybe a few certain events, and maybe something that draws your personal interest that's coming up?
Well, with the Romp, of course, that's going to be big. And, of course, I went to my first Friday at 5, which is an awesome event for just seems like any person that is, whether you're a couple, whether you have children, whether you're a citizen with seniority, it's just fun for all ages. So that was really exciting to get to experience that for the first time.
Fantastic. And so what should other people in the area, you know, maybe they're even from Owensboro, what do they need to know about Visit Owensboro and the things it's doing to promote Davis County?
Well, the first thing is, and the most important key is that tourism is a really important factor to the Owensboro economy. Just this week, we have the Kentucky Bar Association in town. So we have 1,500 attorneys from all across the state. Those folks would never have the opportunity to be here in Owensboro, but they are because of this large convention. And what's so important about that is that they are leaving their money here in our economy, which brings jobs and prosperity to the people here in Owensboro.
And have we been seeing a lot of growth within Visit Owensboro over these years? Because I know that we've been bringing in a lot more, concerts and other things bringing money here.
Things are ramping up very quickly. You have the beautiful facilities. The people here are awesome. We just have to ramp up our sales effort. And Owensboro still is the best kept secret. So that's really my job over the next year, is going to be to unveil that secret.
All right. Well, we have more to come from our Owensboro in our Western Kentucky studio after the break, and we'll learn about the Daniel Patino Shelter when we sit down with its founder in just a few minutes. Thanks so much for coming. Well, for more than 20 years, the Daniel Patino Shelter has been helping the homeless in Owensboro. Founder Father Ed Bradley is with me today to talk about the work happening there and how you can help. Now, can you tell me a little bit about some of the work they do and why?
Well, the Daniel Patino Shelter began in the basement of St. Stephen Cathedral. There was a soup kitchen, and the Walnut Street Baptist Church burned to the ground. It was on the corner of 5th and Walnut Street. But their education building remained standing and in good shape. So with the help of Rick Patino, we bought that building and turned it into a shelter and for women and children. But now we've expanded that, and now we take families, keep families together.
Okay, and so how did you meet Rick Patino?
Well, through basketball, at the University of Kentucky. He invited me to come into the locker room and have a prayer with the team before a game, and I did, and it went from there. I've been at every game since.
Fantastic. Well, can you tell me a little bit about who Daniel Patino is?
Daniel Patino was the infant son of Rick and Joanne, and he died when he was just a matter of months, maybe 7, 8 months old. He had a heart defect, and he died as an infant.
Oh, well, sad. Well, can you tell me a little bit about, I know you mentioned that women and children can use the facility. Can you expand a little bit about some more of the specifics about who can use it?
Yes. When we began that shelter, there was only one other shelter in the city, and that was Boulware Center. And they took everybody. And there was just a real need for a place for women and children. And so that's why we started that. But as we progressed, we knew that we needed to keep families together. So if there's a husband involved, then we keep them together and let the family stay together. And now we have transitional housing also. Once they go through the emergency shelter part of the program and they complete all of the work that they have to do, then we have a house that they can live in and get real experience, paying their rent and, getting a bank account. And so we help them with doing the transition from homelessness to getting back into regular housing.
All right. Well, thank you, Father Bradley. We're going to continue this conversation with Father Ed Bradley when we return in just a few minutes on Midday. But first, check out these Powerball and Mega Million jackpots. You're watching Midday Live in Owensboro. Here we are in Owensboro. Here's a shot of the studio on this bright, sunny first day of summer. And we're back with Father Ed Bradley, the founder of the Daniel Patino Shelter. And we started to get into this a little bit before the break, but can you tell us a little more? I know we've got some big things going on with the shelter, and it's evolving. What are we doing?
Well, we are going to expand our program considerably because Kentucky Housing and HUD, we have a HUD grant, they are emphasizing rapid rehousing or permanent supportive housing. And it's a way to prevent people from coming into a homeless shelter. So we're going to build an apartment complex so that when, say, a mother comes with 2 children and they've never been homeless before, we can put them in an apartment and then prevent the children from having that stigma of being in a homeless shelter.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I bet you have all sorts of needs, maybe ways people can help. What are some of the current needs of the shelter right now?
Okay. Well, we always need personal hygiene products because, they come with nothing. And, of course, when they leave, we try to, supply them with, the things that they will need, to get back on their feet. And bedding of any kind, everything. We're in need of everything. And also food, because we have a soup kitchen at noon every day, and that's for anyone in the city of Owensboro. And we will have, up to about 150 people there and more, at different times in the year.
Okay, and so you have so many people you're serving. If somebody wants to help, how do they get involved?
They call the shelter and tell them that you want to volunteer, and they will put you through to the volunteer coordinator and let you know what kinds of volunteer opportunities are there, and you can choose to do what you want. If it's just to come and read to the children, I mean that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's still a big deal. Just anything to help. And do you know about how many volunteers you might already have with you at the shelter?
I don't want to make a guess. We have lots of them.
Lots of them. Hopefully, we're going to get lots more.
Rick has called them his heroes. He said, all of you look at me as a hero, because of what I've done in basketball. But he said, you are my heroes because you take time to come and work with the homeless. And it's true. I mean, we couldn't do it without the volunteers.
All right. Well, we're looking for more heroes out there. Thank you, Father Bradley. And up next, we'll be joined by Owensboro's chairman for the Chambers of the Young Professional Organization, and Ed Howard, and the chair-elect Dave Kirk. We are joined now by Andrew Howard. He's the chairman of the Owensboro Young Professionals, and Dave Kirk over here. He is the chair-elect. And first off, I want to get started with, can you tell me a little bit, what's the mission as a whole? What do we do here at the Young Professionals?
Well, absolutely, Chris. I want to start off by thanking you for letting us join you and all these worthy organizations here today. But the Chamber of Young Professionals, we offer an array of opportunity for young professionals around the area to become involved, whether it's community service, philanthropy, projects, social events, professional development. We just kind of offer a little bit of everything for our members. 21 to 40 years old is kind of our guidelines there to join. But that's kind of what we do.
Okay, and I know we've had a lot of events lately. Can you tell me about some of the things we've already been seeing?
Sure. Well, we just finished up a little tour of the Botanical Gardens. Of course, they've got their Daylily Festival going on right now. A very popular event we had, Yappy Hour, where essentially we had a happy hour and you brought your dog, so everybody was happy there. We had that at a local restaurant here in Owensboro. And then we do a lot of philanthropy events. We recently just finished painting a house over on Walnut. That was a big experience for all of us. And then we do a lot of networking stuff. We bring in different professors from around the country to talk about financial literacy and just try to equip our members on how to be successful.
Okay, and we have some upcoming events. Do we have a little info on that? What do we have going on that's coming up?
Well, I'll let Dave kind of take that there.
We have a Friday after 5, CYP night. Of course, Friday after 5 is a big event here in Owensboro. And we've got a night at the Campbell Club. What we try to offer with our social events especially is something that you can't normally do here in Owensboro unless you're a member or something like that. So that way our members kind of get some exclusive access into those events.
Okay, and if somebody wants to know, how do they get involved with these events? First, well, let's talk about how do they find the events? How do we find out about them?
Well, you can contact the local Chamber of Commerce here in Owensboro, or you can go to the website at the Chamber of Commerce, and we have our own drop down, if you will, for the Chamber Young Professionals to find out everything we have going on. But contact the Chamber. We have a wonderful staff there, a wonderful board, and Krista, we'll have yours waiting on you.
Oh, okay. All right. I will get right on that right after this. I don't think I can do it in that 3-minute break, though, so I'll just have to do it after the show. But I started to jump the gun on this question. We have people who might want to get involved. How do they do that, and why is it beneficial?
Well, the how would be to just contact the Chamber of Commerce. Jessica Kirk would be the contact there. And the why is, why not? If you're young and you're excited about Owensboro and you want to get involved, I think we'll be the perfect segue for you to be able to see what Owensboro is all about and see what's in it for you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, gentlemen, for stopping by. And this is a wonderful city. It's about to celebrate a very special birthday. Mayor Tom Watson and Director of Public Events Tim Ross tell us about it when we return. This year, Owensboro is celebrating a bicentennial of officially growing from the town on the Yellow Banks to being named Owensboro. And we have with us none other than the mayor of Owensboro himself, Tom Watson, and the director of public events, Tim Ross. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I want to say happy birthday to Owensboro.
When is our birthday, Tim?
Yeah, it just happened back a few months ago, but 2017, 200 years of being named Owensboro.
Goodness. Oh, wow. Okay.
When we celebrate?
We're going to do July 4th. We're going to tie it into our annual celebration for July 4th.
Am I invited?
Just depends on how well you do today.
Okay, oh, pressure is on. Well, then I better get right to it. Okay, I know you've grown up here and now you're leading this city. Can you tell me, just kind of the excitement around this bicentennial?
Well, it's always exciting in Owensboro. We've spent the last 8 or 10 years trying to put ourselves on the map, and now we have the opportunity to share it with the entire community with our birthday party. I think I'm going to be cutting some cake, aren't I, Tim?
That's right.
We're putting out some pieces of cake that day. So, it's a great community. It's faith-based. People pitch in, and just like Father Bradley just left with the Patino Shelter, there are a lot of great things going on in Owensboro, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and a lot has changed over the 10 years that you've been in place here. And can you tell me some of the growth we've had, a lot of the changes we've been seeing?
Well, just right outside the door there's a pretty nice park, and we've got a convention center and 2 hotels. We've had some opportunity for some new restaurant mixed-use places where the Enclave, is it called, Tim? That's that right? Mm-hmm. And then another boutique hotel's coming next to the Grits parking garage. We're going to have another garage there. Obviously, we have the River Park Center. It's been there for a while. And somewhere soon we'll have a 46,000 square foot bluegrass center right there on the river. So if we can figure out how to pay for all this stuff, we're going to be golden.
Fantastic. Well, and you're relatively new here, Tim. Can you tell me some of the things that you've been excited to see change and the upcoming growth that we're going to be seeing?
Yeah, certainly. I've been here about 7 years now. When I got here, out the window was just a big pile of dirt. And as the mayor was saying, there's so much has happened in such a short period of time. And just the energy in the city is different as some of these things continue to pop up, that it's got some of that bigger city feel with all the amenities of the big city. But as the mayor was saying, we're still small town, a community that just embraces each other and comes together to support each other with some great events annually along the riverfront here.
Okay. Oh, wow. So much going on. So much has already changed. So I'm looking forward. And I guess in a few minutes we'll find out how well I did. But we are going to return with Mayor Watson and Tim Ross, and we'll preview how the city will be celebrating this bicentennial. And you're watching Midday. We're here with the mayor of Owensboro, Tom Watson, and the director of public events, Tim Ross. We've been talking about Owensboro's bicentennial this year, and we've had a lot of progress over these past 200 years. Can we talk a little more about where we go from here?
Well, we've got to continue to produce economic development opportunities in our community. Obviously the growth that we've experienced with all the amenities that need to be paid for, we have to figure out a way to increase our tax base. I mean, that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. We have an opportunity to work with the Indiana Department of Transportation to put together a road from Huntingburg to the Maceo Bridge. We're working on the GE plant to try and refurbish that and and create some economic development there. We have a downtown tax increment financing district going. We have a tax increment financing district out on 54 by the new hospital that's going to have mixed use. It's going to have a nursing home. And so those are the things that I think we need to really concentrate on, maybe put a pause on some of the spending, but at the same time a recruitment of industry, recruitment of better paying jobs so we can continue to have a good school base and have great public schools.
Wonderful. Okay, so much going on as far as development, advancement, and then we have a celebration that we're going to be doing. That's coming up really soon. So what are some of the things that we are going to be seeing as far as celebrating?
Yeah, we've got our July 4th that we have created over the last few years has really become a draw for all over the region here along the riverfront. We've got a great fireworks show on July 4th, and traditionally we always do it on July 4th itself. So this year it's Tuesday, July 4th. Activities start at 5 p.m., and we've got two stages here along the riverfront that have music starting at 5 o'clock that evening. The Convention Center does an event called Fourth Fest with the support of Kentucky Legend is a big partner in that, and it's got free activities and games for families and kids of all ages from 4 o'clock all the way through the rest of the evening. And in that, for the bicentennial, we certainly want to recognize being named Owensboro. So we're going to do a bicentennial birthday party in there, and we've got a big cake that'll be, the mayor and the commission will be there to cut that. We've got cupcakes to give away to folks that evening about 6:30. And then the fireworks start at 9:15. So we're hoping for some great weather, and the crowds, normally we have 15 or 20,000 folks, so you can come join them and be a part of the party this year.
Fantastic. And I heard something really important. I heard cupcakes and cake, and am I going to be able to get a piece?
Sure.
No problem. We'll save some for you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for joining, gentlemen. Thanks again for watching Midday from our special Owensboro studio. Make sure you check out the Midday with Mike Facebook page, and we'll see you back on 14 News at